Welcome one and all back to the Broken Sword playthrough, and it feels good to be back in the saddle. I've just turned up back at the museum because this is where I think you need to go next, and we're going to carry on right from there. Last time out we were at the hospital and how the league got killed, but we gained some useful information off him.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon.
Aha!
You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You
Tell
don't
me more.
believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago,
Just
a
having a
lad
bit of cock
managed
there.
to hide.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. He made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
Yeah, very scary. It won't put us off. Hiding in a sarcophagus.
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Well, that's all we need. That's all we could learn from that guy. Well, last time out we know exactly what to do now, because last time out I actually did the puzzle, but I just was a bit premature, and that's what she said. Hey-ho. But
Thanks.
yeah, I did it last time, which the little thing was lure that little man in blue away from his post by opening the window, and then you creep into the sarcophagi or sarcophagus, and that way you can stay there. Now it's close to closing. We could stay there and come out overnight and steal the tripod, which is something that George has become very good at. Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling good to be back in the saddle again, as I kind of I haven't done played this game for a few days now.
Hello, Georgie.
Due to it being Easter holidays and stuff like that, so I've been going out. Like today, it was nice and sunny, so I took my little girl out to the park, and we were making sandcastles in the sand pit and things like that. So trying to make most of the holidays really. So I've been going to took her to the zoo, Blackpool Zoo. But that's enough of my personal life anyway. I'll get on with the game and we'll see what this guy knows. So firstly, we'll ask him about the tripod.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
We've heard that.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Look, our magical jacket that can hold many things will surely keep it safe. We'll ask him about the hashashin.
Have you ever heard of the hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, assassini, the assassins.
Assassin's Creed. Maybe the people who were making that game had been playing Broken Sword.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool.
It sounds
Do you have
good.
the address?
I haven't finished the story. there was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven
Yeah,
he
the
would
old
enjoy
chestnut.
for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Yep, there's always a catch. If something's too good to be true, it probably means you have to become a martyr to get it.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the
I'm
use
running
of the
across the
dagger,
rooftops.
poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Rightio, I don't think there's anything else
Do
to
you
ask
have
this
any
guy.
use for this, Andre?
Shouldn't think so, Georgie.
Right, I think he might just have to hide here
Thanks for your help,
while
Andre.
You're well.
he's here. So let's just try the theory out anyway. What can we lose? And I'll get over here ready.
Don't open it. Remember the burning cattle.
Yes, the burning cattle. Right. Wait till his back's turned. Run, George, go on, quickly. While he's saving us from burning cattle fumes. And we've done it.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet
Yeah,
up.
staring at those rocks all day must sure be
Yeah.
tiring for you.
Good night,
Tiling?
Monsieur.
No, I suppose tiles are pottery. So there's a little bit of a pun there. So it's now night time. And here they are breaking in.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
No, I think we just got to push this on top of them, I think.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Well, we'll soon find out. And he got a fish on his head. Who's that? Mystery lady. I can't remember this bit. I remember this kind of puzzle. Is that Nico?
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in
It did look a little bit like Nico, but...
It was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together.
So she's a
How
part-time
come
cat
you dressed up
burglar
like
as
a
well.
pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all,
Hey, have you still got the cat costume?
aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so.
I've never heard it put that way before.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's
I
crest
bet
to
not.
take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bears that crest.
I sure hope so.
So, we learnt some important things. Let's just see what she says about the tripod. Anything?
What do you think the purpose of this tripod is?
On the manuscript, the gem is shown mounted on top of it.
So, we risked a criminal charge to steal a display stand?
Don't ask me. Maybe it's intended to hold the gem in a specific position.
Yep. Oh, whatever way. We've now got numero 3. Numero 3 of the puzzle. Anyway, we've got the tripod, the gem, and the manuscript now. So it's 3-0 to us.
Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh,
Yeah,
Paul.
EA Games. The Assassin's Creed. I don't think there's anything else to talk to her about. So
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay.
and I
I'll see
am
you
a man of
later.
action. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Or however it goes, I can't remember how that scene goes now. Been a while since I've watched Red Dwarf. Well, I don't think there's any reason to talk to Flower Lady. We didn't see the description of her though, did we? So I'll just have a look at her.
The woman was doing something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting. She was a cheery old soul, the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
And we've had our fair share of them throughout the course of this game. So we've got the tripod, and I think the location that said tripod goes in is Montfaucon. So we'll go there and see if that strange policeman's disappeared yet, or if he's still boozing it up. Oh, what the hell? We've got more people. Do we look at this guy?
I once read a list of low-stress jobs. It didn't include police work. Obviously, this guy hadn't read the same list.
Yep, he's very chilled out. Yes, but now we've got a juggler. As well as a policeman to get rid of, and some gawking tourists. And we
The
hate
juggler was
clowns.
good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job, I had no idea.
Hey,
Maybe he just liked dressing up like a horse's ass.
hey, people could say that about Let's Players though, really.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
Who knows, maybe because most of them
I
are.
had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Alright, can we talk to the clown? Oh, juggler.
You with the balls. We?
You with the balls. Stop playing with them in public. There's kiddies about. Kiddies with blue dresses and balloons.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
French for juggler.
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of
Hey, this voice actor's had a few points in this.
mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so.
Well, I suppose it lightens the mood somehow.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
Hey, come on,
I
George.
had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Let's do it.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Yay. They want to fist him. That's not
so
a good...
easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
Yeah, we don't want to be fisted by tourists. So we won't try that again. Right, let's ask him about the
What do you
Templars.
know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burned
You read the sign.
on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Ah, reusing jokes. You gotta love it. It's a joke that doesn't get old. Well, it does.
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
Yes, we're friends,
A
so will you
clown?
go away, please?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
See if it's in
Have
this
you
guy.
seen this man before?
No.
Feast your eyes on this.
Incroyable. Is it real?
I think so.
Some people believe that great gems always have curses upon them.
Oh, that's garbage. Although, now that I think about it, both of the people who had this before me
I was just about to say that, George.
mysterious circumstances. And the guy who was supposed to get this was shot and then murdered in his hospital bed. Do you want it?
No, thank you.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
You work in a lab.
No, try again.
You steal lab passes?
Correct.
No. Well, not as a habit. This was a special case.
There's been a lot of special
This
cases
gadget
recently.
is a sewer key.
I do not want it, thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of expertise.
You could maybe juggle it
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
while it's on fire.
You smoke.
No, I don't.
In that case, it means nothing to me.
Does this plaster interest you?
Well,
Forget it. Forget that I asked.
Do we take your blood
What do
pressure?
you think of this?
it is a medical device, oui?
Yes. It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Ah, it'd be a reason for him to
Does
leave.
this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose, and now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper, 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 plummet. No, gone again. I've got a medieval tripod.
And my Uncle Claude has hemorrhoids. So what?
Yep, and he took out his frustrations by murdering people in Liberty City. Right, so that's it.
Catch you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
And I don't think there's any way of... Oh, oh, we can look at the
The
balls.
juggler was good. Why he couldn't put... Maybe
Huh.
he just liked...
So the most.
An architectural echo of...
Oh, unless it's just the. It must just be the background. I thought there was some way they're getting his balls. I don't know. There's no good way of saying that.
Hello
Acquiring
again,
his
monsieur.
balls. Yeah.
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I
No,
look
I need
like
to say
a
it like
clown?
that.
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation.
Hey, we're not ashamed
mean?
of a little bit of public humiliation.
Clothes clown.
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing, the traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say?
Oh,
no?
you're a policeman.
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
So you're not going to do anything about this guy.
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you going to do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
A lazy one. So, there's no way of getting him to make him leave. Because we don't like to enter halls with an audience. So let's go to the church. Oh, there's got to be some way of getting rid of him, but then there's got to be a way of getting rid of the cop as well. And maybe that's all in time. I think maybe the first thing to do is to check if there's a... we can finally do the puzzle that may be in here. I'm sure there's some kind of something that you do with this. I mean, it is hard to check.
The statue had any secrets? Per discipline.
Unless the jewel fits in the hole, but...
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
But I don't think it is that.
Hoping for a big insight, well, had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Let's just toy with that idea. I don't think it is right, but we'll give it a shot. How about putting... no, this thing. No. No, I thought... Let's just have a look at the window.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it.
Maybe I'm mistaken anyway. I don't know. Maybe there's no... I thought there was some kind of a markings, but like I said, I could be remembering a different game here.
I didn't have time.
Unless we'll go to the back, and it might be... No. Maybe it's something with the pews, let's just see. No, there's no marks on the floor, is there? So maybe it's not this, maybe it's just... It's the way of... it must just be the solution, or the puzzle that we're solving this time is the getting rid of the clown slash juggler, the jongleur. But what have we got? We've not really got anything to try and, not unless we try and brain him with the tool that we've got there. I can't think of a way of getting him to move just yet. So maybe the answer that we've got is in a different area of the game. Maybe the police station, for instance. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll maybe have to go back and figure something out. So let's just see. I haven't got anything else that I could maybe show this guy. We'll just see. I'll just ask him the random things.
Hello again.
I doubt this is going to help, but let's just ask him about this, for instance.
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Well done,
Don't
you.
you want to know why I'm carrying it?
No, that would be dangerously similar to making inquiries. I might get a reputation for taking my job seriously.
Well, if you take your job that seriously, why didn't you mind us going down the grate?
What do you know about medieval ironmongery? Have a look at this little baby.
A tripod. What is it for?
You mean you don't know?
No, monsieur. Nor do you, I think.
He's got us on that one. There's nothing else to...
Does this...
Nah. Alright. So maybe it is another area we have to go to. Because I doubt this fellow is going to be swayed by this. And I don't think it is. Let's just see. If we go over here, I might just see.
An architect...
Nah, it is that thing in... I thought it was the balls then, but nah, I'll have to think about this one, guys, and I'll come back to you. The video's getting on a little bit as well, so I don't want to make the video overly long. So we'll go, and I might go to a different area next time, and we'll just have a little look-see and see if there's anything else to do then. I thought this was the way, but maybe it's a little bit of a red herring at the moment. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.